Hello. This will be a continuation of answering questions about Ron Paul. Something I think I should share. I'm not automatically by rote rank and file with everything that Ron Paul stands for. Um, I consider myself to be a constitutionalist, and I don't necessarily feel that Ron Paul is a constitutionalist in the same way that I am. Uh, when I read, when I personally read the logic of the Federalist Papers, I see the sound philosophy behind some of the concepts. Uh, Ron Paul, I think, is for the ideas that make a nation great. I feel that he's of a mind, and there are many like him that look behind the framework of the Constitution and aren't afraid to work from the even before it, to really establish a good healthy economic context of American society. Uh, in answer to a comment I saw before we get into the meat and potatoes of this, in answer to the comment I saw had to do with what would happen if the United States economy all of a sudden took a full-out laissez-faire uh, approach to itself. How would it then fit into the rest of the world, which in fact does manipulate? My answer to that would be in what I believe that made the American economy great in the first place was the greater degree of how it was allowed to be a free market. That was how we originally managed to outrun other nations, because private interests have a greater care for what they do than what a government interest or a corporate interest will do. A man cares for his own property greater than he cares for someone else's. That's just kind of a rule of thumb and an unfortunate aspect of the nature of mankind. So it is, I feel, with everything, in my experience too. Uh, but I got you're killing me. You are killing me. Ay, caramba. Oh, my daughter's getting a glass of milk. Oh, it's distracting. Just get a cup, pour your glass, do your thing. What was I talking about anyway? I'm gonna have to rewind this, find out what I was talking about, and then come back to it.
And also ask out some parts.
Yeah, no, you know what I'm gonna do? As a treat for everyone, I'm gonna leave it. What do you think of that?
But just leave out the milk thing.
I'm not leaving out the milk thing.
So really, whenever you put me in the video, it's a treat for them?
I don't know. For them. Oh, the little people who watch. I'm kidding, by the way. So, hang on a minute. I gotta help with this. Stop. I could tell that was too heavy. I saw that going bad, like breaking a glass, and you drink this whole time. Every time, you always drink like 2 sips of it, and then there's a half full glass of milk sitting warm on the counter. Don't let your face show up on there.
Hi.
Back off, you little rat. Stop.
Hi.
Okay, I'm back. So in my opinion, what made the American economy stronger than others was that there were private interests who took greater care in being the better business. Okay, when you have forced intervention, it's not the better business and the better idea that went out the day. It is It is the buddy of the guy that gets to pen the law that says whether or not something can happen. We could say that a deregulation of sorts could be harmful. And it's a very, very funny subject, regulation versus deregulation. And it has to do with our pseudo-capitalistic society as it is right now. A corporation is able to exist and operate in the manner in which it does because of the regulations allowed by things such as intellectual property, extensions of copyright, and it ends up being an exclusive club where only the biggest dogs get to play. And whether or not it's on purpose, it certainly does affect our progress, and it affects, in the long run, the health of our economy, because the better idea doesn't get to go. It's not the better idea anymore. It's whose buddy happens to be in power. And I believe that is the type of thing that Ron Paul is looking to, one, make people aware of the harm of it, and two, do the best he can to continue to educate people of the harms of it. It seems like such a great idea, doesn't it? A copyright on intellectual property or whatever. You know, my idea is my idea and you can't copy it. But there are philosophers who debate whether two people having the same idea at the same time, because how can the term intellectual property in the first place is ridiculous. And I know it's a matter of semantics, but think about it for a moment. Two people have the exact same idea. The light bulb, for example. Thomas Edison wasn't the only person working on one. And but he won out the day. Other ideas occurred. Now, when a patent and a copyright is exclusive, and there's a portion of time where that company can reap the benefits of its research and development, if that extends too far to the point where it is only that idea that's able to reign, and nobody can take that idea and go further, nobody can take that idea and divide the labor the way that the natural process of manufacture goes, then things get all kinds of messed up. Because what happens is, I guarantee you, the people who have the idea try their hand at dividing the labor, and it doesn't work out. I know I may be getting a little bit ahead, but if anybody's read the first part of Adam Smith's Division of Labor, you'll see what I'm talking about. In the first couple of pages, where it talks about the manufacturing process. In my experience, in my life, I have worked for two different automotive manufacturers, actually three if you want to count Fleetwood RV. And I can tell you the difference between General Motors manufacturing and Chrysler manufacturing, even Daimler Chrysler manufacturing. You can see the difference in the production and the quality of the vehicles. Now, I'm not going to say which one is better, okay? But there's some stuff, for example, that General Motors has locked down the technology that if other people use that technology, they would be putting out a better product, and vice versa. So by law, they were able to keep those things. You know, you can't just, even if you came up with your own idea that happened to be the same as someone else's, if it's close enough, you get shut down. And the entry into the market becomes so difficult that the little guy can no longer participate. An example for the automotive industry would be Tucker. But I digress on that subject, and it's just bringing up what really is deregulation and what type of deregulation are we talking about. I think there needs to be some sort of acknowledgement of how the portions of regulation put us into certain messes. I'll tell you what, I will leave this video standing alone as the Ron Paul deregulation, and I'll split these topics up into subjects. So y'all take care.